Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I have been on a little bit of a hiatus, I guess you could call it, but I'm back, and I am basically showing a mega haul, as I like to call it, which is like, a haul made up of a lot of smaller hauls. These are comic books that I've picked up in 2021 over the last 4 months, 5 months, maybe. Yeah, 4 or 5 months that have sort of been building up here and now have gotten to the amount of over 50, which is crazy that I haven't done a comic book haul in so long that I actually have a stack of more than 50 books here that I haven't shared, which is unlike me. I'll admit, and I just haven't been prioritizing, I guess, making the comic book haul videos as of late. So I do apologize for that, but hopefully you guys enjoy this, what I'm calling top 50 plus comics from 2021 that you haven't yet seen on the channel. I was kind of trolling a little bit, kind of being a little snarky with the video title, because I have noticed that the community has been blitzing YouTube with, top 50 in my collection style videos and tagging people and all that. And I've been having a blast watching a lot of that stuff on YouTube and commenting on other people's and stuff. That's been really fun for me to do. But I've never personally been able to choose a top 50. I've never made a top 50 comics in my collection video, and I don't think I ever will. It's just something that I find really, really difficult to narrow down to 50 comics in your collection and then to record and edit it properly and make it a good experience. It's just more effort than I've been able to put into it. But because I have this stack of more than 50 comics, building here from 2021, I thought this would be a good time to throw my hat into the ring and do a top 50 video, but in a slightly different way. So that's what this video is all about. We're having a heat wave here on the East Coast. It's burning up. So I got the fan and the AC cranked. So if it's too loud in the background or whatever, let me know in the chat. Let me know if the picture and the internet quality and the sound's okay. And we're going to get into it here shortly in a second. But first, I will say a quick hello to the chat. We had Mark Spector Comics. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. We got JoJo Flicks and Comics. Hey, what's going on? Saw that you went back to the movie theater again. That's exciting. Jag's in the house. What's going on, Jag? Good to see you, brother. We got collectible paper in the house. Always a winner in my book. Ben Compton in the house. Good to see you, Ben. Kachung. What's up, Kachung and Delphia? Good to see you as well in the chat. Hope you're having a good weekend. Sam I Am Comics, my buddy from Beantown. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, Sam. We got Sharon, Life with Two YouTubers. Yeah, definitely a heat wave. It's like 95 degrees outside right now. Pretty brutal. I don't have a pool or anything like that. Not that I would even be in it if I had one, but yeah, pretty hot day. So I'm trying to stay cool as best as possible. It's fine inside, but I was outside a little bit earlier, and it was pretty brutal, pretty brutal. So okay, so I think we're just gonna get right into the comic book haul here. I mean, like I said, there's more than 50 books to get through, and I'm just gonna start sharing them. And we're going to start with the raw comics. I'm going to clear some space here, get some stuff out of the way. Let's see if I can do this in a way that makes sense so I don't ruin anything. Okay, so the first couple books in the haul here were actually free books, free comics from my friend Kenny, Comic Kid 84, from from I believe I was like hanging out in a bunch of his like live auctions or live streams for, something or another. And he tends to do a lot of these spontaneous live if you're hanging out in the chat style giveaways. So I was lucky to win, I think, 2 separate one of those like live hanging in the chat giveaways on his channel in the last few months. So the next 4 comics were a result of those hangouts. And so thanks to Kenny for the free books. We got Comics Quest in the house saying comic haul breaks are good. I haven't done one in almost 3 years. Wow. Okay. That's quite a break there. Comics Quest. That's long enough. I think, I'm looking forward to your 3 years worth of comics on one video haul. This is more like 4 or 5 months worth of comics on one video haul, but so not quite that lengthy of a break, but that sounds like a pretty healthy break right there. But I appreciate the support with that comment. Kachung saying it's like a sauna. Yeah, well, you're down in like Georgia, Atlanta area, right? Like the humidity down there is just brutal. So if it was like 95 down there or something, plus the humidity, it's like unreal. Oh, by the way, check out this awesome t-shirt that I'm wearing, this Jack King Kirby like t-shirt. It got Kirby Crackle on it and everything, Galactus. It's really cool. Anyway, speaking of Kirby, my Kirby brother Unruly Simeon's in the house. We got Shallow Comics in the house. Good to see you. You don't have central AC. Yeah, I don't have central AC either. I got a bunch of those window units, I guess, window AC units type thing. We got Jimmy the Geek Aficionado in the house. What's up, bro? I was just kind of explaining the backstory of this crazy haul. And the fact that we're having a heat wave here in on the East Coast, especially here in NYC. It's like 95 degrees or something today. So anyway, like I said before, these first couple books in the haul were freebie books from ComicHead84, hanging out in his live chat and winning some random giveaways. So the first book is this really, really pretty Jen Bartel cover, Avengers. This was back during March, I believe, which is Women's History Month. But gorgeous cover. So Marvel released like a series of these Women's History Month covers. This was my personal favorite, and Kenny gave this away in one of his live chat giveaways, and I was lucky enough to win it, so he sent it my way. Really dig that Jen Bartel cover. Wow, 103 in Vegas State. Vegas gets pretty up there as far as temperatures, but it's a dry heat. At least it's dry. Yes, that was the best Bartel cover for sure, or best Women's History Month cover. I don't know, did Bartel do all of the Women's History Month covers or just some of them? I'm not 100% sure about that, but this was my favorite from that run. So it's always, yeah, right. It's always 103 in Vegas. All right, so this book, I don't know a ton about this book. This is the Mighty Crusaders issue number 4. Like I said, this was another free giveaway book from ComicHead84 Kenny. So, don't know a ton about that. It's in a Mylar. I think it came in a Mylar, which is cool. And these next 2 books also came in a Mylar. These are also books I'm not very familiar with. They're 12 centers. And they don't even have issue numbers on them, but the Jaguar. So we got one issue of the Jaguar 12-cent era. And then we got another issue of the Jaguar 12-center right here. So those 4 books, shout out again to my friend Kenny, ComicHead84. These were all like, giveaway books, if you will. So starting off with some free books in the haul right there. We got Comic Man Andy in the house. What's up? We got Big Lion Cat. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Hope you're staying cool and out of the heat today. Later, Sam. Catch the rewind, brother. It's going to be a good rewind, which is rare for my channel. Good rewinds, but this one will be good. Okay, next book, Carnage, Black, White, and Blood, number 1. So this is that Patrick Gleason style webs, ASM 55 style covers that he's been kind of doing all over the place for Marvel and whatnot. I've kind of said my piece about what I think about these, but this, outside of the original one, this is probably my second favorite one. So I did grab that. So That's all I'll say about it. The next couple books are like full storyline pickups. First up, we have the Anarchy miniseries. Like this came out in like 1997, I believe. And Norm Brayfogle did the artwork, which is kind of why I picked it up. But we got Anarchy miniseries issue number 1, Anarchy miniseries issue number 2. Do they? Shallow. I that's good to know. I thank you for sharing that information. You're saying those Jaguar books go for a good penny. Unruly, yeah. Well, Unruly just likes to give me crap about my complaining about the Gleason stuff. But hey, what's up, Tricky Trapster in the house? What's going on, brother? Good to see you. We got the Anarchy mini issue number 3. And then to conclude that run, we got the Anarchy mini issue number 4. So a little bit of a 4-issue mini there, mini series as part of this haul. What's up, Two Brothers Comics in the house? Good to see you, brother. Or brothers, not sure. Never know who it is. On the other side, there's some really cool TMNT books in this haul, so you guys might enjoy that. Okay, the next complete storyline that I picked up was the Batman Year 100 storyline from Paul Pope, which is one of my favorites. You know, I have the deluxe hardcover and a regular trade paperback of it somewhere, I believe, but I wanted to pick up the actual, single issues. So I picked up Batman Year 100 issue number 1, Batman Year 100 issue number 2. This is the variant cover to issue number 2. So you can see that you got one red, one yellow. This is my favorite cover of this series, when he's on the motorcycle. So Batman Year 100 issue number 3 and Batman Year 100 issue number 4. So that is an awesome full storyline, including the variant for number 2, Paul Pope, Batman Year 100. One of my favorite modern Batman stories and artwork. There's, good story. If you missed the story coverage on that, we covered that on Gotham City Chronicles with me and JP. I forget who the guest was. I think it was Old Wolf. I think it was Old Wolf 65 who joined us for that one. And I got a surprise, I guess, live guest here joining me on the stream. What's up, Tony? I just shot Tony the invite. Good to see you, man.
How's it going?
I'm good, man. I'm just getting this haul underway. Are you sweating your ass off today like me? Like,
Yeah, just took a shower. I was upstairs on the roof doing some work, so.
You still got work to do today?
No, I was doing some roof work on top, trying to prevent it from trying to winterize it for.
Word. All right.
Happens.
Well, thanks for hopping on here, everybody. Tony and I have the next episode of Original Art Hour Beyond tomorrow night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys join us for that. So I'm just a few books here into this haul, mostly just like freebies and minor, minor runs, miniseries stuff. Tony's whose house I'd most like to burgle. But I'm going to keep going, try to do this as briskly as I possibly can. I picked up another copy of Wonder Woman Annual Number 1 with this fantastic George Perez cover. Got a bunch of copies of this. So there's that. Are the books visible in this window, or should I go full screen like I was before? Kick Tony out.
Yeah, get me out.
There you go. Okay, we can still hear you though.
That's what we're here for, right?
Yeah, we can still hear you. We can still hear you. So
that's a nice one.
There you go. So there's another copy of that. As you guys know, I also collect the Jenny Frison Wonder Woman covers. I'm trying to get a complete run of those Jenny Frison Wonder Woman covers. I'm very close, very, very close, but I did recently pick up some holes I had for that run. So starting with Wonder Woman issue number 48. Love that Frison cover.
That is nice.
Yeah, I love that one, dude.
The last one was glowing in the dark.
I know, right? Probably just the Mylar reflection or whatever. But what's up? We got Comic Mag Musings in the house. Good to see you, brother. Okay, and then we also added issue number 20. We got Super Russ 9000 in the house as well. So lots of Frizen goodness, filling the Frizen run of Wonder Woman covers. This is issue number 17. Another nice one. That one's gorgeous. And then issue number 12. Another one I was missing.
That is nice.
Yep. And issue number 10. Another one I was missing. So before I hopped on live here, I went and checked my list, and these are the ones I'm currently missing. So I'm literally only missing two of the Frizen Wonder Woman covers, and those are the ones I'm missing, number 23 and number 56. So if anybody out there has extra copies of 23 cover B or 56 cover B, those are the ones I'm missing, and then I'll have a complete run of the Jenny Frizen Wonder Woman covers. So I will finally complete that set, which I'm excited about. So pretty close there, only 2 issues left. And then another run that you guys might know that I'm working on is the TMNT Volume 1 run, the original Mirage Studios run. Getting closer to finishing that run as well. Oh, thank you, Shallow Comics. He said he's going to check his boxes this week. I have not received my Thor Jenny Frizen cover yet from Slab Heroes, and I think I pre-ordered 2 copies of that by accident. Still haven't gotten that unruly yet. Have you gotten it yet? I have not. So let me know. Like I said, one of the other runs I'm trying to complete is the original Mirage Studios TMNT run. Obviously, I got the biggest one out of the way, which was the TMNT #1 first print at C2E2 in 2020 before the book went nuclear. So I count my blessings for that, for having been able to do that. But I've been chipping away at the whole run, and I'm getting closer. So here are a couple more books from that run that I've been able to add in the last 4 or 5 months. We got issue number 59. Yo, what's up? Joey Bag of Sevens in the house. Good to see you, man. It's okay. I mean, these are mostly just the run fillers so I can have the whole run. I already have most of the bigger books in that run, and it wasn't cheap before it went nuclear. To Unruly's point, that is very true. Recently picked up issue 50 as well. Picked up issue 39. Wait, no, that was 49. Sorry, not 39. This is issue 45. These are all kind of like in the fine to very fine, maybe a little bit better. Of course, they look great in Mylar, but they're not like 9/8 or anything like that. But they're pretty good condition, most of these, I would say. No beaters or anything. Issue 43.
So how many more do you need to complete your set then?
So I have that ready to go as soon as I show the next couple books. I've got a little stat that I'll pop up on screen. Okay. Issue number 26. Yeah, I think it's 62 issues overall. Kachun. What's up, Daymares in the house? This is welcome home, stranger. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Hey, what's up, Daymares?
Daymares the man. This is a cool yellow cover. I like this one a lot. And issue number 10.
I like that one.
Nice. Two Brothers says he's about 18 away from finishing the run. All right, so that's number 10. So I did kind of, check my list a little bit earlier today and crossed everything off that I was missing. And this is what I'm missing. So TMNT volume #1, first prints. I'm only concerned about first prints. Like, although I do have a bunch of the second prints for various issues, I'm missing. So the big one I'm missing is #2, first print. I mean, that's gotten a lot more expensive, as of late. So I'm I'm waiting for the right copy. I'd prefer a raw copy versus, paying the slab price if I can for number 2. But so that's kind of the big one I'm missing. And then everything else is kind of like just run filler, I guess, lower hanging fruit from the run. Number 27, number 44, number 46, number 47, 48, 51, 61, and 62. So that's 9 books. I'm 9 books away from completing that completing that run. So 2 brothers, trying to find them all in person. That is a challenge. That is definitely a challenge. But good luck to you on that. I'm looking forward to a lot of the people who are going after that as a goal to complete it. I'm 9 books away. I don't know if that'll happen in 2021 or 2022. Kind of at this, the pace I'm going, kind of feels like it might be a 2022 thing by the time I complete the run, but we shall see. So speaking of turtles, this is one of those scenarios where you forget that you pre-ordered a book. Like I pre-ordered one from Midtown, and then I think I pre-ordered it again from another store because I forgot I pre-ordered it from Midtown. But I got 3 copies here of The Last Ronin number 2. I would be showing my slab copies of The Last Ronin number 1, A cover, B cover, and Ashcan, because I pre-ordered all 3 of those. But when Slab Heroes sent it to me, the slabs arrived all cracked, like really damaged, so I had to send them all back. And now they're getting reholdered or whatever. I guess it's been a while since I've gotten an update. I need to actually check in with him on it. But I'm looking forward to getting The Last Ronin number 1 in 9/8 for all the different covers. The main covers, not I think the main covers were just A, B, and or regular cover 1 in 10, and the Ashcan. Those were the key ones. I don't know if like the aftermarket on issue 2 or issue 3 has really done anything compared to issue 1. I haven't really checked. Unruly often pre-orders stuff and then forgets about it. I'm in that group of people as well. So, okay. So last, I still have a couple more raw books. But the raw books I have left to show, I top loaded for some reason, not because they're like anything major or anything, but pre-order, forget it, order again. Absolutely. So I did tease in the thumbnail for the video that there would be a Golden Age Batman book. And so I'm going to show that one next. So this is kind of like a mid-haul banger right here. So pretty happy with this copy. Now, I used to have a copy of this in the collection. It was a very low grade copy, but I decided to A-OK it a little while back, like a few months back, to a deserving member of the community. I think she's in the chat here, JoJo Flicks and Comics. But I was able to get, I guess, an upgrade. So I'm happy to have this book back in the PC. It's not a major upgrade. I would say it's like a 2.0 or something like that, condition wise. But it's Detective Comics issue number 102.
Nice. Ooh.
Yeah, so that's a Golden Age Joker cover right there. The house that Joker built.
Very nice.
So yeah, I would say about a 2.0 as far as condition goes. So, not high grade, but obviously this is a super old book, a Golden Age Batman book, a Golden Age Joker cover book. Yeah, there she is. She says she's here. Best book in her collection. Oh, well, I'm glad you think so. I mean, the condition of the one that I gave to JoJo was pretty, it's pretty beat up, but I'm glad she does appreciate having that in her collection. She deserves to have at least one Golden Age Batman / Golden Age Joker cover in the collection. What's going on? We got Bake the Snake in the house. Oh, thanks, brother. This is, I've had this Captain America hat for a while, but I don't wear it too often. But today felt like a nice day to wear it, like a super hot day. So I wasn't wearing like a black hat that would, make me hotter than I already am. Oh, this book, Jimmy, you picked this up yesterday? That's pretty cool. If so, that's a nice coincidence. timing wise. But yeah, super stoked getting this book back in the PC, and it's a nice copy, a relatively nice copy anyway. So
you got that at auction, or you got it online on eBay? Where did you get that?
No, I got that locally. Yeah, I got that locally from as part of another deal with somebody else. So, nice. But yeah, man. So we're gonna get into some more stuff here, and then we'll be getting into slabs in a second. All of this next round of stuff, I guess, I put into top loaders for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why on some of them, but let me go back to full screen here. But before I get into those, I'm going to show this. This is pretty cool because this is a comic book and it's a toy. So, so it's one of those like I think late '90s Toy Biz Spider-Man classics, but it's got the Amazing Fantasy 15 reprint. This is that Toy Biz reprint of the comic. See how it's back there in the packaging? So it's an AF-15 reprint, which I do collect AF-15 reprints, but it's also a really cool Spider-Man Toy Biz toy, and I love that toy and the pose that Spidey has in it. So yeah, man.
How's the comic look inside? Looks nice.
The comic looks like it's in decent condition inside, but I'm not gonna take it out of the packaging. I'm just gonna leave it like this. I have another copy of the comic book on the inside separately, raw, that some other collector he broke it out, I guess. So so I already have it if I want to flip through it or whatever. But yeah, what's up? Ian, Tacoma Comics in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, I love this toy and AF-15 reprint combination. I just love it. Oh, so Jimmy did get that book. Nice, man. Congrats. Well, it's a nice book. So happy you were able to find one and add it to your collection as well. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I like this toy, man. I'm not huge on the toys and the complete in box and stuff, but this one fits because it's a toy and it's an AF-15 reprint. I don't know who the toy was designed by. Tacoma's asking, is that toy designed by McFarlane? I don't know, honestly. Yes, Toy Biz is very nostalgic. If anybody knows if this was designed by McFarlane, that would be a cool fun fact, I suppose. But let me put this down. Okay, next book is this. I don't remember which issue number this is, but this is a Vampirella issue that was a Sanctum Sanctorum exclusive. Now, I don't really collect Vampirella. Tony does. Tony's all about the Vampirella, but I don't really collect it. But this is the first published comic cover from the artist Rachda Lynn that I've supported quite a bit, both from as far as buying her artwork and just kind of supporting her in general. So this is her first published comic or retail, comic cover, I guess, retail exclusive. She recently just also did a Miracle Molly Batman 108 retail exclusive for DC and a store. I think it may have also been Sanctum Sanctorum. But yeah, I wanted to support her. I also pre-ordered a 9/8, which, when I guess I was going to save it for when I got to the slabs, but there it is. So that was my way to throw her some support as well, additional support for her first published comic book cover. Yeah, it's a great cover. Shallow Comics collects Vampy. Very, very nice. So there's a pickup. The next couple books are all Something is Killing the Children related. This is Something is Killing the Children issue number 10. It is the DeMeo variant, I believe. And I'm not sure if this was a store exclusive or a regular variant, but I just like the cover and picked that up. Something is Killing the Children is a series that I've been reading and staying consistent with. I've also been on JP's budget collecting indie show crew for this book, Something is Killing the Children. So happy with that. Loving the book, loving all the covers, loving the artwork, loving Erica Slaughter as a character. Unruly is as well. And happy to add that variant to the collection. Also, Jenny Frison has been killing it on a lot of these variants for Something is Killing the Children. This is issue number 11. This is the 1 in 25, like gray, I guess you could call it sketch variant version of the Jenny Frison cover for issue number 11. So happy to add that. This is a nice, crisp copy, definitely a 9.8. Probably going to send this into CGC. I have a whole bunch of Something is Killing the Children books sitting there at CGC waiting to be opened and logged in eventually. I think I've had multiple packages there sitting there for like 6 to 8 weeks that haven't even been logged in their system, which is kind of ridiculous, but whatever. I'm not going to get into a CGC rant right now. Yeah, there are a lot of variants. Unruly's got that one slab. Nice. Okay, and then we got one more Something is Killing the Children pickup. This is the issue number 12. This is the Peach Momoko variant, but this is the sketch version. Mm-hmm. So this is the sketch version of the Peach Momoko variant for Something is Killing the Children, issue number 12. So that, you know, a couple Something is Killing the Children variants. Never heard anybody like those. This is probably one of my favorite covers of the year. This next one, not Something is Killing the Children related. I'm not very familiar with the title, to be honest. Like, I don't really read it, but I just thought this cover was phenomenal. And this is Disney Comics and Stories. This is the retail exclusive for Scorpion Comics. It was a foil variant from Gabriel Dell'Otto, limited to 2,500 copies. And it's just a badass Dell'Otto Mickey Mouse cover.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Right?
Like the gold, the shines, the gold.
Yeah, I mean, let me maybe take it out of this top loader. Maybe presents a little bit better. It's such a dark black cover, and it's also foil. So it comes with this cool like foil gold COA and everything like that. So I just think this is one of the best store exclusives of the year so far, in my personal opinion. I'm a big Dell'Otto guy, and I enjoy Disney. Obviously, you see that Mickey Mouse coloring book over my left shoulder. So I, had to get this one. This one was a no-brainer for me when I saw it. The rare peach I like. I think he was talking about that Something is Killing the Children sketch variant. Next, we have here. Let me get this back. My pile. Next, we have this. I picked this one up from Gorilla Todd at some point. This is Death Talks About Life. So what this is like a promotional insert comic, an educational insert comic that came out in 1994. I forget which issue of Sandman or Death they packaged this in with, but basically it's a comic that is basically sex education for young adults, where essentially Death is kind of teaching teenagers how to be safe, if you will. And it's a pretty controversial comic. Like it's but I love the Death cover. I love the kind of controversial nature of it. It's not really a straightforward issue from a run or anything. It's a kind of a promotional insert comic, but great Death cover, and a kind of a controversial comic in the history of Vertigo, DC, Sandman, Death, Neil Gaiman, and all the likes. Tricky. This book or the Mickey one? Homage to Zek Punisher. I think he's talking about the Dell'Otto, right? But yeah, I thought this one was pretty nice, and this is in really, really nice shape. I don't really see anything wrong with it. But anyway, very, very interesting kind of book here that isn't a very straightforward pickup.
Very nice.
Thank you. Okay, almost to the slab portion, but first we have, what's up? We got Cookie in the house. Just a little podcast. Good to see you, brother. Don't worry about being late. There's always the rewind. There's not going to be a recap, though, because this is just too many books to recap. Okay, so as some of you may know, I recently picked up an interior page of original art thanks to an assist from my buddy Jimmy the Geek Aficionado, who's in the chat. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but I had to pick up at least one or maybe two copies, and I went a little bit overboard on this book, but I guess you could say I'm kind of specking hard on this book, considering the future prospects of this character and the fact that I own original artwork from her first appearance issue. But the character we're talking about is Monica Rambeau. So here's ASM Annual number 16. This is the newsstand copy. I believe this era, the newsstand copy was actually the one that had a higher print run, and the direct is the more rare copy. I mean, if anybody knows opposite to that fact, please correct me in the comments or in the live chat. But that's my understanding. My understanding is that the newsstand is not the rare version of this, and that the direct is the more rare. But nonetheless, here's a newsstand copy. This one's kind of like a fine to very fine range, like more of a reader copy, so I could flip through the book. I could see my page, published on the inside. So, this I would say is a PC copy, reader copy. I believe it was what ASM Annual 16 is what 82, 83 off the top of my head. That's a guess, but definitely a good book to have. And it's such a good book to have that I had to have it again. So here's another copy. This is the direct edition, which I believe is the more rare copy compared to the newsstand. But this one's in super nice shape. This one's after a clean and press. I think this is a potential 9.4 copy, potential maybe 9.6 if I'm lucky, and CGC is having a good day or whatever. But
1982.
82. Okay, so I was right about the year. Yeah, more newsstands, exactly. 82. So this is the more rare copy, and this is a nicer condition. So, but there you go. One newsstand, one direct. This one's gonna be cleaned and pressed and sent to CGC. Like I said, hoping for a 9.4 or a 9.6 potentially, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So that concludes the raw comic portion of this endeavor. So I'm going to make some room here, and we're going to get right into the slab-roonies here, the slabs. So I already showed one slab. Bear with me. And so I showed this already. So I'll just quickly go past it. This is that Vampirella Sanctum Sanctorum Rochta Lynn cover that I had the raw copy of. So also pre-ordered a 9.8. So I'm going to put that over here. Okay, I also picked this Something is Killing the Children #1. This is the local comic shop day edition. It's like a foil edition. Obviously, the regular A cover, which uses this artwork, has kind of exploded in price, especially at a 9.8. But the local comic shop edition, which is foil, still pretty reasonable. I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it. I think I picked this up about 2 months ago, but I remember it being pretty reasonable or affordable. But I'm assuming that even this one is probably going up in price because everything from this title is going up in price. Man, this one's really hard to show on camera, isn't it? Yeah.
You can still see it.
Okay.
Right there. It's good. Right there.
Yeah, so I'm really saying even that one's going up, which I'm not surprised. Okay. That's another good factoid, saying that in 85 that they evened out, and of course the unsold newsstands can be returned. That's right. So yeah, there's another Something is Killing the Children pickup. Pre-ordered this from Slabbed Heroes and finally came in. I gotta say, this looks really good in the slab. Like, I would say, like, this cover, like, it looks great by itself. But when it's in the slab, there's just something about it when it's in the slab, and it pops, man. It pops much more, I think, slabbed in a 9.8. So I am happy about that. I don't know how much this is going for, but I know I pre-ordered it at the regular, whatever, $55, $60 price that Slabbed Heroes offers.
Nice.
So, for the regular pre-order 9.8 price, I think it was a good decision. Obviously, Unruly Simeon, I think pre-ordered like 10 9.8s or something like that, like some ridiculous amount. because he's a madman. But I'm happy that I have that in a 9/8. Okay, this is an interesting one. So maybe three or four months ago, about $90 now. Okay, that's good to know. Definitely an instant classic, and Unruly totally called that one. I remember having a conversation with him on Instagram, back when it was just in previews, like for Final Order Cutoff and stuff like that. And he's like, I'm going to go all in on this Gleason thing. And he was dead on that. Yeah, they're going for $100 or so. Yeah. But anyway, about, I want to say 3 or 4 months ago, there was a comic auction / claim sale on Comic Head 84's channel, and my buddy George D-Runk Comics was a seller on there, and he put up a 2 slab lot of 2 X-Men related, keys, if you will, minor keys. Well, I guess you could argue one of them isn't a minor key, but I picked it up, and I picked it up for a steal of a price. Like, I could not even believe the price I paid for it. I don't even remember off the top of my head, but it was well below fair market value for these 2 books. But the gentleman that he is, also threw in a free extra book for me, which is a 9.8 signature series slab. So he threw in a 9.8 signature series slab, which is pretty nice of him. The book that he decided to throw in, though, is a little bit of an odd choice, considering some of the things I've said on my channel before about the artist who did this cover. But here's the book. It's Flash number 46 in a CGC 9.8, signed by Francesco Mattina. So it's a Flash cover.
That is nice. I've never seen that Flash.
So, signed by Mattina. But, it's interesting because I'm not a big supporter of Mattina, especially after all the controversy of him kind of ripping off literally the files of other artists and then like adding onto it and turning it into his own stuff, which I don't know if that was necessarily proven, but based on the evidence I saw, that I was kind of in the camp that that's what happened. So I literally took a stand back then and was like, I'm no longer going to buy any Francesco Mattina covers. And I haven't since then. Even though I dug a lot of the Batman covers that he did, in the Tom King run, I really enjoyed a lot of those Batman B covers that he did. But personally, I just have taken a stand, and I no longer support him or buy any of his covers. But this is a pretty sweet cover, and it is a signed 9.8 slab. So I do appreciate the thought, because it was a free book. It was a bonus book that George threw into this lot. So yeah, I'm not going to linger on it for much longer, but thank you, George, for throwing in the bonus book. I do appreciate it. Now, the 2 actual books that I picked up from him in that lot was this Wolverine #1 ongoing series, 9.6 signature series.
Nice.
Signed by Chris Claremont. And of course, that awesome back cover, which I think is better than the front cover.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
So, pretty nice copy of this. I don't think I really, need a 9.8. I don't really think I'm not the kind of person who needs the highest grade for every single book in my collection. George gave that to Urku. He probably did. I gave him some shit, on the side after I unboxed it privately. Yeah, this was a good buy, especially because the next book you're going to see. What's up, The Collector in the House? I have done a room tour. There's a room tour video on my channel. You can just scroll through my videos or search Comic Books NYC room tour, and you should be able to find it pretty quickly. I did it. I think I did it more than a year ago at this point, so I'm probably due for an updated one because I've changed a lot of stuff, especially the artwork on the walls. So if you guys want me to do another one, let me know, because if that's something you guys want to see, an updated 2021 room tour for CBNYC, I'm down to do that. Kachung saying for that period, 9.4 is benchmark, so 9.6 is still immaculate. I totally agree with that, man. I'm totally on that page, but yeah, awesome book. So thank you, George, for the awesome price on that book and this book and the freebie flash slab, of course. But the other book in that 2-slab lot was Avengers Annual number 10, first appearance of Rogue, signed by Chris Claremont. 9.0 white pages, obviously one of the ugliest covers ever in the history of comic book keys. But first appearance of Rogue. I sold my old 9.0 copy to Tacoma, I believe, on a claim sale sometime, and I don't even remember if it was 2019 or 2020, but I got rid of that. But I'm happy to get it back in a 9.0, but also signed by Chris Claremont. So that's probably a PC keeper at this point. Thank you, the collector. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate any comments or feedback on the videos. Please hit the thumbs up button. I need to say that more often during my shows. I always forget to say it. So please hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the haul. And subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I appreciate the support. So awesome pickup.
Very nice,
So those 3 slabs were all from George D. Around Comics. So yeah, so we're getting into there's some more slabs going on, but wonder what the first appearance of that 10-speed racer is. I don't know, man. What's up, John's Comics with Kids? Yeah, you are super late, but it's all good. There is the rewind. I'm not going to do a recap, though. Sorry, buddy. All right, next up, we got Watchmen number 1, 9.4 white pages. Now, I think I previously had this book raw and slabbed in a lot of different conditions. I've never had a 9.8. I have had a 9.2, a 9.0, some arguably 9.2, 9.0-ish raw copies, and I've gotten rid of all of them over the years. But it's one of my favorite books, and I just always feel like I need to get it when I don't have it. So I just felt the need that I needed to get it again. So here's a 9.4 white pages copy of Watchmen number 1. Jimmy saying his Avengers Annual 10 is also a 9.0, signed by Claremont and Golden. Very nice. But there it is, Watchmen 9.4. Just a must-have, I feel. One of the greatest comic book series, superhero series of all time. Alan Moore, Dave Gibbons, Copper Age, classic, if you will. So here's another interesting book, another 9.4. You might see a little bit of a pattern emerging here. Another 9.4, and that's Spawn number 1, first appearance of Spawn. Now, I've had plenty of raw, beat-up copies of this over the years, mainly the direct, but this is a newsstand. So this is the more desirable copy of this key. Spawn number 1, first appearance Spawn, 9.4 white pages, newsstand copy. And I believe the newsstand copy is steadily, healthily growing in value for this comic as the popularity of Spawn continues. I've been getting back into reading Spawn and personally myself over the pandemic. So I'm excited to have the newsstand. I think this is the first time I've ever had the newsstand. So 9.4 white pages, newsstand, Spawn number 1. All right, now we're getting to the home stretch here. Okay, so earlier I showed 2 different copies of ASM Annual number 16, first appearance of Monica Rambeau. One direct, which is the rarer copy, the higher grade copy, and then one newsstand, which is more of a reader copy, so I can flip through it on the interior. Well, I didn't stop there. Here's a graded 9.2 of the more rare direct edition, 9.2 white pages. So there's the trifecta there. And I didn't stop there either. Here's a 9.4 white pages of the more rare direct edition copy. So
you said one of the ungraded is like 9.4, 9.6?
Yeah, the this ungraded one, this one I think this is a 9. This is a solid 9.4, I think, but it could possibly be a 9.6 after a clean and press.
Yes.
We'll see. But like I was saying, I'm kind of specking hard on this one for multiple reasons. I own original artwork from the issue by John Romita Jr. and Sr. And I just think she's a great character, and I think the sky's the limit for her, and I think it's still not too late, to grab it at reasonable, quote unquote reasonable prices. Although the real opportunity to get it would have been like in 2019 before WandaVision. You could have gotten like 20 copies, for the price of one or something, back then. But it is what it is. Not quite like Comic Man Andy and his saga books, but we'll see. Maybe one day. But yeah, happy to have those. So those are going to go on the stack over here. Bear with me. How we doing on time?
You on the time?
What's up?
You're on the timer?
I'm not on a timer, but like longer videos, nobody watches the rewind and stuff, Anyway, okay. Okay. So here's another key. This is a Bronze Age key, Marvel Spotlight number 32, 8.0 white pages, first appearance of Spider-Woman. I believe there was a voice casting announcement just the other day, maybe yesterday, that Issa Rae from HBO's Insecure fame is going to be voicing the character of Jessica Drew. So first appearance of Spider-Woman. Happy to have that in the collection. Now I need to get a nice copy of the Spider-Woman #1 though to pair with it, which I don't have. So, but that's her first appearance. 8.0 white pages. Happy to have that. All right, getting there. We're getting there. Sorry. All right, so I showed the Wolverine #1 ongoing series 9.6 earlier, and this book I've had this book. I've sold it. I've had it. I've sold it. I've had it. I've sold it. The last time I had it, I believe it was I had a 9.4, and I got it from Big Will, and Big Will got it from Steve Burke family. So it went from Burke family to Big Will to me, and then Burke hit me up saying he wanted to buy back his copy. So I sold him back his copy of this book, basically for no profit. I just kind of gave it back to him at the price I got it from Big Will, and just because it was his copy to begin with, and he wanted it back. But the book I'm talking about is Wolverine limited series, Claremont, Frank Miller. 9.6. This is what's the page quality here? Off-white to white, 9.6.
I like that Wolverine label on top.
Yes, with the awesome Wolvie graded label here from CGC. So this might be my last copy of it. We'll see. I may sell it again and go after a 9.8. I mean, like my mind changes all the time with books and stuff that's in my collection versus what I sell to fund other acquisitions in the hobby. I've just always been like that, but I've been living with this copy for a little bit, especially with the way that this presents in this slab. It's really awesome, right?
Very nice. I
love
the
that.
way that. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, man, it just presents super well in that with that label. And look at the claws on the grade. You see that? Yeah, it's really cool, man. Okay. Very, very cool. Label is from one of the covers from the limited series. Right. Yo, what's up, Kenny? Comic at 84. Good to see you, brother. You're gonna have to catch the rewind. There's gonna be no recap. I showed some of the books that I picked up from your auctions and your giveaways earlier, but hope you enjoy that later or not. So
picked up an Ultimate Spider-Man with the Ultimate
what?
Fly, whatever. He picked up some new book recently. Kenny, I just saw his post on IG.
Oh yeah, that Silk, right? That ASM 4 for Silk at a flea market or something. That was a good find.
For $3,
All right, so we're getting there. We're almost at the end of this haul. All right, we're getting to kind of the bigger boy stuff, arguably, of the haul. So this is my first Gen 1 CGC label, like the first style label that they ever had. It's a big key. I sold my 8.5 of this issue, my graded 8.5 last year to Bake the Snake, but it's one of my favorite books. It's one of my favorite Kirby related things. First appearance of Mr. Miracle. And 9.4. I don't know if you can even see the grade, but so first appearance of Mr. Miracle #1, CGC 9.4. This is the nicest copy that I've ever had of this.
Very nice, very nice.
Probably a keeper from here. Like, you know, I did try to go after a 9.6 at one point, and the seller just would not meet me at the price. He just wouldn't meet me halfway and whatnot, and I just walked away from it. And I found this undervalued a couple months ago at the time. And you know, it's a tough book to get in high grade, and this is a 9.4, and it's in a Gen 1 CGC holder. So if I crack it out, open, I'm thinking about cracking it open, cleaning and pressing it, and resubmitting it, and trying to get a 9.6. I mean, it is my only old school CGC label, so a part of me wants to keep it in that, but right? It's such a good book. And honestly, there's no better time, man. They canceled the movie, which I was bummed about, but at the same time, it allows me to get more books from this run in super high grade, and it's still affordable. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is a weird label. I mean, this is back in the early 2000s when CGC was first getting going. This is what their label looked like. So but yeah, I prefer the new labels, Cookie, but this is the only, I mean, I don't have any example of the first generation label besides this. This is my only example of the first generation. Unruly's got a few of those original ones. But yeah, big deal for me to have this in such nice condition. Big fan of this character, big fan of this title. I'm a big Kirby guy. Kirby Crackle on my shirt today, by the way, if I didn't mention that. I think I mentioned it. Anyway, happy to have that. Super happy with that book.
Very nice.
All right. 3 books left, guys. Just hang out. Hopefully this wasn't boring. All right. So here's another book where, like, you know, in the last few months would have been a great time to pick this up. Now, I don't know. We'll see, because I think there's been some movie speculation stuff about this character. So the character I'm talking about is Barbara Gordon. So I did finally get this for my PC. Very Detective nice. Comics 359 6.0. Creamed off white, so not the greatest page quality, but you know, first appearance of Barbara Gordon Batgirl. I mean, I can't complain. I love these checkerboard DC Silver Age books. This is a big Silver Age DC key. I love
Unruly's comment.
Oh yeah, I'm totally on board with this comment. He doesn't trust non-Kirby fans. They're soulless heathens. It is a big book. This is a big book. Big pickup for me. This is probably the biggest key in this haul for me. Nice, so, I mean, the Mr. Miracle one is pretty epic also. As you can see, I kind of really shifted my focus to DC in the last 4 or 5 months. Like, based on everything I've shown in this hour so far, like, I kind of just went hard at DC and things that were
cheaper at this point, you know?
Cheaper, like, it's just better opportunity in DC lately. So I just had to snag it. I got this for less, believe it or not, I got this for less than $900 a few months ago.
What?
Less than $900 a few months ago. I checked Go Collect today. The Go Collect FMV that they're saying for a 6.0 of this now is $1,200, but you know, I haven't checked recent sales. I don't know if there's recent sales higher than that or whatever, but you know, this is a must-have, especially if you collect Batman universe stuff and DC stuff. Yeah, DC and Star Wars, exactly. None of the Star Wars stuff I show on this show. I will save that. I saved that for the Star Wars show, as some of you guys may know. But yeah,
I was wondering why I didn't see any Star Wars tonight.
Yeah, all the Star Wars stuff goes into the Star Wars show that I do. Okay, I save it for that. For the true Star Wars fan, nobody watches that show on my channel, by the way. That's my least viewed show. But at least I know the people watching it are also Star Wars fans. So there you go. What's up, Mastodon? Donnie in the house. This is not my top 50 in my PC. This is just the top 50 books from 2021 that I haven't gotten around to showing in haul video. So this is my lazy way of doing 10 haul videos all at the same time. Because
at least you still remember what you picked up last year. Everything's all mixed up at this point for me. Like, I have no clue.
I don't even know, dude. I don't even know half the time, like I was saying. But yeah, Unruly's telling me to be quiet and not promote DC as being undervalued right now because it's true though. It's true. It is true. So I am very, very happy to pick that up. Big Grail book for me and a lot of others. Okay, so we're gonna end this haul with 2 Yellow Label bangers, 2 Bear Island grade bangers, Yellow Label. And when I say Bear Island grade bangers, I mean these are both 9.6s. But really, the grades on these last 2 books don't mean jack to me. Like, I could care less about the grades. It's about who signed, what the books are, and who signed. Okay, that's what makes these grails. I think I put in the video thumbnail that I would have some signature series grails in here, and these next 2 books qualify. So, Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller, Klaus Janson. Both Frank Miller and Klaus Janson did CGC signings last year, right? They were doing a bunch of those signings. There were no cons, etc. So this one, actually, both of these are, materialized out of those CGC signings. So the first one is the classic, the first one, Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, #1, CGC 9.6, white pages, signed by Frank Miller and Klaus Janson.
Very nice.
Love it.
I love that blue cover.
I love this book so much. I would love to get the rest of the run signed by both of them now to match. I guess maybe would be a goal. Yeah, man. I love this book so much. So this is one of my favorite Batman stories, one of my favorite Batman writers and artists. So it is a great cover for signatures, right?
Yes.
I will agree with that. Yo, Jambo in the house. What's going on, Jambo? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, I love this one. I don't really have to really expand upon this much further. Everybody knows what this book is, and to have it signed by the writer, artist, and inker combo or duo is a big deal for me. So this is a PC book all the way, unless this book ends up being like $10,000 one day or something, this is staying with me. Yo, what's up, Ruben in the house? He's trying to claim this. This is not a claim sale, but I appreciate you stopping by, brother. But yeah, man, I'm really, really happy with that one.
Yeah, great pickup.
Thank you, brother. And the last but not least, is I guess you could call this original art, but I'm including it on this comic book haul video because it's a sketch cover. And this one means a lot to me because I can no longer. I almost thought about waiting for our art show to show this, but I kind of felt like I had to show it as far as this top 50 comic book pickups from this year video because it's a sketch cover and it really belongs in the it goes into my comic book boxes, right? Not my artwork, but it is art technically, and. I just cannot afford any published Frank Miller Batman art. It's just impossible. Like, you just forget about it, right? Yeah. Like here, I'll bring you back on screen, Tony.
I hear you. No,
it's impossible, right? So when CGC, when the opportunity for this came up, then the opportunity for this came up with Frank Miller. What?
You did a remark?
It's a little bit more than a remark. I'm gonna go full screen and show it. Now, I wish Dark Knight Returns or Batman Year One had blank covers, but they don't. So that wasn't really an option, right? You can't go out and you can get a DK3 Master Race black white cover, but I haven't even read that one, and I haven't heard great things about that book. So I had to settle for All Star Batman, but Yes, some original art is about to be shown, but it's also a comic book. So here's All-Star Batman #1, 9.6 white pages, signature series, with a Dark Knight Batman sketch, signed and sketched by Frank Miller in pencils, and then inked by Klaus Janson. So they both worked on the art. The pencil and inker combination from Dark Knight Returns, which is just it's just a grail for me. So here it is.
Wow.
So this immediately skyrockets to the top of my sketch cover comic book list, or my sketch cover comic book collection. This is the best sketch cover for me in my collection that I have, just because of what it means to me, as far as the pencil or inker combination, the character. It checks off my Frank Miller, Klaus Janson Batman original art grail thing as well, because I can't afford it any other way. This is the only way I can afford it.
That's numbered though, right?
What?
Or is that a date or is that numbered?
No, those are signatures. Frank Miller and FM and KJ.
Okay.
Yeah. And look, I can when I inspect this up close, I can see Frank Miller's pencil, in the background, and I could see how Klaus Janson inked over him and the cross hatching and everything. So yeah, I mean, this is the best sketch cover in my collection, for many reasons, and that's why I saved it for last on this video. So thanks everybody. Yeah, right. This is a great 1-2 Dark Knight punch right here. Pair of Bear Island grades, like I'm saying.
You got a sketch, man. Come on. Jeez.
But yeah, I mean, come on, right? This is I love it. So there it is, man. That's the video. Thanks, Ruben. I appreciate that, brother. It's obviously it's Frank's work in 2020 isn't the same as Frank's work in 1980 or whatever,
But it's still Frank Miller.
But it's still Frank Miller and Klaus Janson, that just blows my mind, as a collector and as a collector of comics art and a mega Batman fan. It's pretty much the tops for me as far as a sketch cover project. So that's it, man. I mean, there was a lot of comics in this haul, a lot of slabs. I'm sorry I can't really do a recap for anybody coming in here late, but I do promise you that the rewind is worth it. Thanks for joining me, Tony.
No problem.
You got anything coming up? I think you have something coming up tomorrow.
I think so, tomorrow.
Let's see. What do you got coming up tomorrow? Yeah. So Tony and I will be back here live on Comic Books NYC YouTube channel tomorrow night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, for the next episode of Original Art Hour Beyond. We're going to be doing a little bit of art show and tell. Maybe I'll show that again tomorrow night. Just throw it up there a little bit one more time. May as well. And
I'll put my Clayton Crane in it. I got a.
Oh no! You got a sketch cover.
Something like that, yeah.
Thunderhouse, what's up? He says he very rarely gets jealous, but that did it. It's understandable. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night. Original Art Hour Beyond. We're gonna be talking about some recent comic auctions, including the Comic Link spring auction that concluded. There were a lot of crazy pieces that sold. So we'll be giving our take. I know there are other channels that cover these auctions and original art things, but we're giving our take. This is our show. I'm looking at Bear Mint, exactly. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And we'll see you then. And then on Thursday, I've got the next one-on-one collector original art hour episode with my friend Raghav, Comic Art Talk.
Jim Lee.
Yeah, he's got a ton of Jim Lee pieces in his collection. He's got a great collection. I can't wait to spend an hour with him and have him share his artwork. That's on Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Comic Books NYC YouTube channel. And that's it, man. So I'm going to call it, and we'll catch you on the next video. We'll see you tomorrow night for OA Hour Beyond. Stick around for the outro if you want. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everybody. Peace.
Take care, everyone. Thank you.
Where do I begin? I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in a win. I don't want it all. Heard he scammer, had to switch up the accounts. Yeah, it's not a purse, it's a merch. 6 figures was a goal, now it's 9 or a hearse. Put it work. Used to pull up, not swerve. No time for the snakes, time to put them in the dirt. That's word. I gotta get it, it's in my DNA. You only see the highlights, don't know what it takes. Last year stressing, got no sleep. Now I'm right between the courts, out of no bleed.